And we're back here in the stock recap show. It is 10:25, and I'm super excited to start here today. Just going live for the first time, so getting my bearings here. And alrighty, so it's stock recap show. It's 25 October 2024, and Tesla. The big news yesterday was Tesla crushed on guidance ? And so what is guidance? Well, we're going to get into that in a little bit in the show, okay? But first, super important disclaimer here. These videos are all intended for education purposes only. Trade your own risk, okay? And let's get into the home runs of yesterday. So MNPR was up huge, 605%. And because the markets are live right now, we're going to go check out that market action. And ATGL was up big. TWG was up big. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and open those charts here. So MNPR took a little pullback overnight. Okay, it was down 23%, but it looks like it's gaining some ground here. ATGL is down a little bit. TWG has just gotten completely crushed, down 59%. Okay, so now let's get into the about to breakouts, and these are PCT, IBRX, which we actually bought yesterday, so that's looking good. We might be taking profits soon there. And TVGN is about to break out too. And now let's get into the IR list. These are stocks that were down big yesterday, and we'll see where they're ending up. Okay, so BYON's continuing lower. NTLA looks about the same. And then the last one, I think I went to a different chart here, but NEM, this should be on the move, and it is moving lower, unfortunately, for those shareholders. Okay, so that's it for the IR list. Now let's get back and talk about some wildcard plays for today. Okay, let's see where Tesla's going here. And I'm just going to go ahead and start going to different screens here. So Tesla looks pretty good, actually. It opened 2% lower, and that was 20 minutes ago, so it's already creeping up 3% here. So looking really good. Nice wild card pick. Okay, if you're in the Monday Mastermind, you would have known about it, or the Thursday Mastermind. And let's check a few of these other. I'm not going to go through all of them, but TVGN was something we bought yesterday. Okay. Oh, we just looked at the. Oh, maybe we didn't. Okay, so down 3.5%. Okay, not crazy overnight, but we're going to continue to monitor here. Okay, it does look like it got up to 267 in the first 15-minute candle. Okay, we're on the 15-minute chart here. And we're going to continue to monitor that. Yeah, if it falls below 220-ish, and maybe it closes below then I'll close out this position. But no need to panic just yet. It's just going sideways. And then I'm going to look up, I don't know, I guess Meta and Amazon right now. So I got a few open positions in these. Amazon's looking good. Okay, I'm going to zoom out to the daily chart. It's looking great. Okay, I would totally buy that this morning if I wasn't on the call with you all. So this looks good too. Meta's gapping higher, about 1%. Also looks like a good buy here. And that's about it for what I'm trying to look at. Now let's talk about guidance. What is guidance anyway? Okay, so when a company projects what their next quarter's numbers are going to be, they usually let that news out right when they release earnings of their current quarter. Okay, so the current quarterly earnings for Tesla weren't that good. It was actually a big miss. However, they did revise their guidance for 2025 much higher, which is the reason why there was a big jump in the stock price. So if you saw that they guided much higher and their futures were looking much brighter yesterday morning, then you could have captured some of that huge run yesterday from 245 to about 260. Okay, so it wasn't that huge. If you do the math, it might have been like 5% or something. I think it was up 22% yesterday, but most of it was on the overnight on the gap. So you could have captured some of it pre-market trading. I think it might have opened at I think the pre-market might have been 238 or something. You could have potentially been in after hours of the day before. I think it was around 235 or something. But yeah, you would have had to interpret the news and realize it's super bullish for the stock price, which is of course a leading indicator indicating the 6 to 9 month future of the company, so well into 2025 by now. So that's why Tesla got a huge jump in the stock price. And so next week's scouting report, we got consumer sentiment today. That must have been decent. Looking at the overall markets here, if you look at the futures, okay, S&P 500 looks pretty good. And yeah, I feel confident that things are going to head higher, especially going into the elections here. We got 2 weeks before the elections, right? So it's going to be big for the markets. I'm personally invested in things like Amazon and Meta, who I think are just going to capitalize either way on either outcome, just because the candidates are probably going to be heavily campaigning through Meta, and Amazon's selling merch probably left and right to both parties. Okay, so those are the big things that I'm tracking in the markets right now, and that's about it for this stock recap show, except for if you are trying to become a world-class trader here, you can book your call on FridayTraders.com. Okay, we have alert services, masterminds, online courses, fully automated that you just get with literally the click of a button. So super exciting, this new world that we're living in, but the knowledge is right at your fingertips here. And I do encourage you all to book a call, especially if you want those trade alerts to go out Friday afternoons at 3:30 p.m. Okay, last trades have been good, and that's right in line with the markets that have also been really good and on par. Okay, so that's it for this stock recap show, and I will see you all next show. See you then.